Hello, my name is Jennifer Whited, and I'm the lead project coordinator for the Early Educator Support Office at East Carolina University. I'm here to welcome you and provide information to help you get started with the EES program. As a lead teacher employed in an early childhood setting requiring North Carolina BK licensure, you will learn more about the program designed to help you gain and maintain your teaching license. Site administrators, you will gain information about supporting your teachers throughout this important process. As you watch the presentation, jot down any questions you may have. Contact information will be provided at the end. You are watching this because of your recent enrollment with the Early Educator Support Unit in the Division of Child Development and Early Education, or DCDEE. This means that you have completed Phase 1 of the 3-phase process to receive evaluation services from the Early Educator Support Office. As a lead teacher in an NC Pre-K or Developmental Day classroom, you are actively making a difference in the lives of young children in North Carolina. Research shows that participation in a high-quality preschool program sets children up for success in kindergarten and beyond. High-quality preschool programs require effective teachers who are qualified, supported, and have opportunities for both evaluation and professional growth. Whether you are a beginning teacher or have years of experience, Early Educator Support is here to help you find success as a licensed pre-K teacher in North Carolina. The mission statement of the Early Educator Support Unit is to provide licensure support and guidance for early childhood educators to obtain and maintain their BK teaching license. This requires a joint effort between the EES unit, NC Pre-K program, EES offices, and the Department of Public Instruction's Licensure Division. The goal is for all early childhood educators to be prepared to provide a nurturing, educational environment for our at-risk pre-K students. Amanda Vestal is the project coordinator for the Early Educator Support Office housed at the University of North Carolina in Charlotte. Listen as she shares some of the rich history and long-term comprehensive efforts to support you, the teachers and site administrators of our non-public early childhood programs.
Thanks, Jen, and welcome again to the Early Educator Support Program. We are so excited that you will be joining us on our program's continued journey, building upon what truly is a rich history. Since our program began in 2007, we've experienced a great deal of growth and development. We have grown from a program serving roughly 25 teachers to serving between 700 and 900 birth through kindergarten licensed early childhood educators each year. We've grown from a handful of program support staff to a statewide team of close to 80 mentors and evaluators and a team of specialists who support your ongoing enrollment and licensure needs. The program, then known as the Teacher Licensure Unit, was initially carried out under the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, giving us great perspective about the licensure process for North Carolina's educators, but also allowing us to build long-lasting relationships with an agency we continue to work closely with on your behalf. In 2011, legislation moved the program to the Division of Child Development and Early Education, where we remain today as part of the North Carolina Pre-K program. Over the years, our services have expanded beyond NC Pre-K to North Carolina Developmental Day and MEC Pre-K non-public early childhood settings. While the Division of Child Development and Early Education remains our lead agency, in 2014, we moved the field-based support services into 2 regional hubs. Now, the Early Educator Support Offices at UNC Charlotte and East Carolina University. 15 years later, we are so proud of where we are, but remain committed to a model of continuous improvement. Not only have we grown in number and size, we've grown in practice and effectiveness, all with the goal of providing the most meaningful experience for each of you as you also grow in practice and effectiveness as an early childhood educator. We have made steady progress toward our mission of providing you access to a professional development system, one that is defined by formal education, a path towards licensure, self-assessment, mentoring, and evaluation, all to inform your professional growth and improve teaching practices that positively impact children's growth and learning. Great progress was made in 2018 when we established a process that enhances the level of reliability across our team. Each mentor and evaluator now engage in a robust inter-rater reliability process that results in certification every 3 years. This process enables us to provide the most fair and equitable support to each of you and serves to uphold the integrity of our framework, one that strives to support you through an adaptable, strengths-based model that is also individualized and focuses first and foremost on a strong and trusting relationship with each of you. With that brief introduction to our history, you are ready to learn more about the structure of the program and the roles and responsibilities of each agency.
Services of the Early Educator Support Program are placed in the Early Education branch within DCDEE. The Early Educator Support Unit, located in Raleigh, oversees teacher enrollment and licensure actions, including support of attainment and maintenance of North Carolina BK licensure. This is the office you sent your original enrollment application to, and they collected the required documents. They have also sent you the complete enrollment letter and link to this presentation. The Early Educator Support Offices are located at the University of North Carolina, Charlotte, and East Carolina University. The location of your office depends on the county where you live. These two offices provide mentoring and evaluation services, professional development, and training to more than 700 teachers each year. Let's hear more about the Early Educator Support Program from Janine Gatewood, Early Educator Support Manager, Early Education Branch of DCDEE.
Now that you know a little more about the structure of the Early Educator Support Program, let's talk about what to expect. The Early Educator Support Unit is in the Raleigh office at the Division of Child Development and Early Education. Much of your contact will come from staff located in this unit. In fact, you have already had contact with this unit when you sent in your enrollment application and important information like your teaching license and transcripts. You may have also received emails saying your enrollment was complete or incomplete with further instructions on what to do next. These emails usually come from the intake coordinator or licensure specialist whose names you see on the map. You can find the name of your licensure specialist by locating your county on the color-coded sections of the map. The most important thing you can do as a teacher in the EES program is read all emails from the EES unit. Sometimes the emails are long and have multiple steps to follow, but read the entire email to the end and follow any instructions given as closely as possible. Sometimes the directions will include paying a fee to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction. It's very important to pay these fees as soon as possible for the process to continue. If you ever have a question or don't understand one of the directions given, just hit reply and ask the person who sent it for more help. The EES unit manager's contact information is also listed on the map if you need additional support. Everyone in the EES unit is here to support you in the licensure process, so don't ever hesitate to reach out for help. After your enrollment in EES is complete, our staff will support you through the next phase of the process by requesting a license or initiating other licensure actions as needed. If you already hold a license, the process may be simple and straightforward. However, many teachers are brand new to the process and will be applying for a license for the first time. In this case, you'll need to enroll with an Educator Preparation Program or EPP. This is a college or university approved in the state of North Carolina to support teachers with the education necessary to attain a birth through kindergarten license. They will develop an individualized plan of study for you to complete coursework required to finish the BK program. Once the EES unit determines you are eligible for a license, your paperwork is submitted to the North Carolina Department of Public Instruction, or DPI. Once you pay the licensure fee, DPI will begin the licensure review, which can take up to 12 weeks to be completed. It is important during this time to watch for emails for further instructions and follow them immediately when received. Once your teaching license is issued, or sometimes while your license is pending at DPI, you will receive a letter from the Early Educator Support Office. This means you have entered the final phase of the process. The EES office works closely with the unit in Raleigh to help you maintain your teaching license. There are 2 EES offices at UNC Charlotte and East Carolina University. You will be assigned to one of the offices depending on the county where you are employed. The EES office will assign you a mentor and evaluator. These individuals will meet with you to answer any questions to prepare you for the annual observations you will receive. They also connect you to professional development, help you find professional learning communities to join, and teach you how to use the online evaluation system, which is called the North Carolina Educator Effectiveness System, or NESYS, or you may even hear it referred to as Homebase. This database is in an online platform called NC EdCloud. First and foremost, the Early Educator Support Offices are here to support you. It is very important that you respond to their emails and phone calls. They will guide you through every step of the process, but count on you to actively participate in the process as well. If you have questions, you can reach out to your assigned regional lead. You can find the correct person by locating your county on the map.
Shawanda Jordan is a mentor evaluator for the Early Educator Support Office, who was also once a beginning teacher enrolled in our program. Listen as Shawanda shares information about her role in helping teachers grow into professional educators.
Hi, I'm Shawanda. When I was a teacher, I participated in the North Carolina Teacher Evaluation Process training. I remember covering all the important topics such as the evaluation process, what my evaluator was looking for during observations, and more information about each of the 5 teaching standards. It was a lot of information, but my mentor and evaluator really took the time to talk with me and explain the process. Now that I am a mentor with EES, I try to give the same support to my teachers. I'm able to meet with them and answer any questions that they have. For first-year teachers, I help them prepare for their observation. We brainstorm professional development goals together, and I really just enjoy supporting them in any way that they need. Being a mentor with EES really allows me the opportunity to form relationships with the teachers that I serve, as well as be a part of a collaborative team that's working together to help them to be successful in the classroom. If you are a new teacher, just know that we will be there for you every step of the way.
Did you know that all licensed teachers in North Carolina are required to participate in the annual evaluation process? Whether you teach pre-K or high school, the same requirements apply. While a high school teacher gets help from their school district in following these steps, the Early Educator Support Unit and offices provide the support you need. We support you in maintaining teacher licensure for as long as you are employed in a classroom served by our program. This means we assist with required paperwork, collect transcripts if needed for your license type, and initiate the steps for renewal every time your license expires. We also teach you about the North Carolina Professional Teaching Standards. This document, developed and adopted by the State Board of Education, outlines all the knowledge and skills teachers need to have in the classroom. EES mentors and evaluators are trained to help you become an effective teacher, which means that you reach the level of proficiency on all 5 professional teaching standards. More than anything, EES wants you to gain or maintain the skills needed to be a good educator for the young children you teach. We believe that helping you become an effective educator means improved outcomes for children. Their success starts with you, and we will support you every step of the way. Julia Gargis, a continuing licensed teacher enrolled in EES for several years, shares how mentors and evaluators have supported her through the evaluation process.
Hi, my name is Julia Gargis, and I have been an NC Pre-K lead teacher for 5 years. A lot has changed in my teaching over the years, and the Early Educator Support Program has played a significant role in my growth. One way that the Early Educator Support Program gives support is by providing teachers with mentors and evaluators that are there to provide feedback, answer questions, model lessons, share resources, and much more. I have been fortunate enough to work with some great mentors and evaluators through my evaluation process, as well as through professional learning communities and trainings. Each region's team hosts monthly PLG meetings that address everything from 21st century skills to incorporating literacy in the classroom to optimizing the assessment process and so much more. Everyone that I have encountered has been knowledgeable and willing to help with any need that myself or others may have. Over the years, I have asked if my evaluator could provide me with resources to help with specific classroom behaviors. I was provided with research and ideas, and they also came into my classroom to model a group activity that was structured differently than what I would normally do. Their guidance gave me a new perspective, and I was able to adjust so that my classroom could run more smoothly. Not only do our mentors and evaluators share specific resources when asked, but they will also send out information and ideas that they come across throughout the year so that we can check it out and have the opportunity to try new things in our classrooms. The Early Educator Support Program also plays a big role in one of the main aspects of being a teacher, which is participating in the evaluation process each school year. The professional teaching standards and expectations for each area are clearly communicated and addressed at pre- and post-conferences with our evaluators. After each observation that I have been through, the feedback that was provided to me was always specific to each standard, and it was delivered in a way that addressed my strengths and highlighted what I was doing that was already meeting each standard. And the next steps that were given to me were designed to build upon what I was currently doing and that would allow for my teaching to continue to improve. If I ever needed additional clarification to understand what a standard was asking for, my evaluator would assist me as necessary to make sure that my questions were answered. The Early Educator Support Program has been a wonderful guide, and it has allowed me to make great professional connections. Everyone that works within this program is dedicated to helping teachers, and I am thankful that I've had the opportunity to be served by the Early Educator Support Program.
Remember, Julia was once a newly enrolled teacher just like you. She was successful because of the support received from those around her. This information is in your complete enrollment letter. You have now entered Phase 2 of the 3-phase process to become fully enrolled in the program and to receive mentoring and evaluation services from the Early Educator Support Office. Read the information carefully to know what to expect during Phase 2. It's especially important to watch for the email notification and pay the licensure processing fee on the DPI website. Another important note, you are required to keep your contact and employer information current with the EES unit to receive information from this office. Changes to your contact and employer information must be submitted to the EES unit using the change form. A link to this form can be found in your complete enrollment email. Once you enter Phase 3, you will receive more instructions on next steps, including required training on the teacher evaluation process. Part 1 will be a self-paced course guided by your Early Educator Support Office mentor and evaluator. This training will teach you more about licensure types and requirements and provide your first introduction to the evaluation process. This will be a great time to take notes, ask questions, and learn more about the support you will receive from both the unit and office. We can't wait to get started on this journey with you. We know that the licensure process can seem overwhelming at times. The most important thing you can do right now is to read all emails thoroughly, respond promptly, and never hesitate to reach out with questions. A packet of supplemental information is being included with this presentation. It includes links to the web pages of the EES unit and offices and the maps with contact information for your specific county and region. Thanks for taking the time to listen. As Henry Ford once said, coming together is a beginning, keeping together is progress, working together is success. We look forward to working together towards your success as a teacher of young children.